The final vote was 60-40, with 7 Democrats and 1 independent that caucuses with Democrats crossing the aisle to advance this legislation to fund the government, all but ensuring that the longest government shutdown in American history will soon come to an end.
Controversial, tough call. Some of my colleagues don't like it.
Members of the Senate Democratic Caucus defending their Sunday night vote to fund the government without getting an extension of the Affordable Care Act enhanced subsidies, the central demand from Democrats throughout this lengthy shutdown.
There was zero chance of dealing with the ACA issue as long as the shutdown continued.
It's our responsibility to work not only here amongst ourselves, but across the aisle.
The agreement would fund the government through the end of January at mostly current levels, and would also fund 3 long-term appropriations bills, providing money for military construction, agriculture programs, legislative agencies, and veterans programs for most of 2026. It would also reverse the layoffs of federal employees during the shutdown and prevent such layoffs in the future.
And I'm grateful that the end is in sight.
As a part of the agreement, Senate Majority Leader John Thune agreed to hold a vote on the ACA subsidies in mid-December. But there's no guarantee that it would pass in the Senate or even get considered in the Republican-controlled House.
They're going to have to explain themselves to their constituents and to the American people.
The measure was opposed by top Democrats in the House and Senate as they signaled they plan to make this healthcare fight a central focus in next year's midterms.
Americans will remember Republican intransigence every time they make a sky-high payment on health insurance.
Our long national nightmare is finally coming to an end.
Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson applauding the Democrats who crossed the aisle as he's now calling on House members to return to Washington so they could quickly vote to reopen the government. Johnson had kept the House on recess for 7 weeks.
The people's government cannot be held hostage to further anyone's political agenda.
And in the time since the Senate vote, we've seen a backlash within the Democratic Party itself against Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, with some House members even calling for him to step down from his position. And yet, when the top House Democrat, Hakeem Jeffries, was asked about whether Schumer is still effective and should stay in his position, his response was yes and yes. Reporting here on Capitol Hill, I'm Evan Koslof, Spectrum News.